Hey, what's good? What's up, YouTube? It's Yamiston here, back again with another video. And today we'll be looking at the Pulsar X3 size 2 right hand edition, which is a mouthful to say. I bought this mouse and I've had this mouse for about 2 months now, and I just wanted to share my thoughts about it. I have 19.5 by 10 cm hands and I mainly claw grip when playing, okay? So let's get started. First, let's talk about the build quality. So Pulsar has been known in the community as having subpar build quality, and I've had my own problems with them before. I previously owned an X2H and I had to have that mouse replaced twice because the scroll wheel and the sensors had issues. So it's to my surprise that the X3 actually feels amazing to use. Usually Pulsar has quality control issues, especially when making a new shape like the X3. But to my surprise, this does not exist in this product, at least on my copy. There's no creaking, no side flexing. There's only minimal click wobble. You can only actually see it only on the right click. Uh, there's no sensor and scroll wheel issues that I previously encountered with the X2H. So everything's working well. I guess Pulsar has come a long way with their quality control, and hopefully they'll continue with their upward trajectory moving forward. Next is the coating and the weight. So the coating feels nice, your typical matte coating that sticks well, especially when you have sweaty hands. Pulsar lists the weight of this product at 55 grams, but on my scale, it's a gram lighter at around 54.1 grams. Okay, next, let's talk about the clicks and the side buttons. Okay, so the main clicks feel okay. They're using Kale optical switches, which feels similar to Razer's optical switch implementation, which aren't great. They don't feel as close to a mechanical switch might feel like, but they're also not horrible. They're light and easy to actuate with minimal pre and post travel. I do have to set my debounce at 4 milliseconds because I couldn't properly one tap bullets on 0 ms when playing Valorant. I think the issue lies with the the click design. So I feel like the clicks touch the shell of the main clicks touch the main switches a bit too much, so it's very sensitive. So when clicking and releasing, it doesn't do it as fast as other mice. So adjusting it to 4 milliseconds fixes my issue. Side buttons feels also nice and tactile with minimal pre and post travel. For a sound test, here you go. So main clicks, side buttons. Okay. Next, let's talk about the scroll wheel. Okay, so the scroll wheel feels nice, has nice, well-defined steps, and scroll clicks also feel nice. Okay, next are the skates. So these aren't, as you can see in the video, I've already replaced the stock skates. So the stock skates were okay. They were smooth. They weren't scratchy by any means, but they weren't as fast as I would like them. So I replaced them with Jade skates instead. Okay. Next is the sensor and the performance. So out of the box, the mouse only comes with 1K hertz polling. You don't get the 8K dongle, so I wasn't able to test this mouse at higher polling rates. But on the 1K dongle, performance was okay. It was top tier. They're using the Pulsar XS1, which I think is a 3950, Pixar 3950, a modified version of it, I guess. And performance is what you'd expect from a top tier mouse. Again, there's no skipping or sensor tracking issues. Performance is overall good, even though it's just only at 1K hertz polling. Okay. Next, let's talk about the battery life. So battery life at 1K hertz has been decent. You get about 2 hours of use before you have to charge it again, and that's with light to moderate amounts of gaming. Okay. Next is the shape, which is the most important thing about this mouse and why most of you have probably clicked on this video. Okay, so next, when this mouse got announced, a lot of people got excited since it looked a lot like the G703, which Logitech still refuses to release an updated version of for some reason. But Pulsar has changed two major things about this mouse that makes it different, okay, than the G703. So first, they made the left and right click symmetrical. Okay, so as you can see from the top down view, like it's not your typical ergo shape wherein the left click is more higher, sits higher compared to the right click. And what this does is there's more space on my ring and my pinky finger when gripping this mouse. Like when I claw grip this mouse, like there's more space here on this side on the right side compared to other ergo shapes, because normally this sits lower, so there's not enough space for your ring and pinky to be positioned further up the clicks. Like usually you have to put it near the middle, which makes it a bit uncomfortable, especially from what I remember with my Death Adder V3 Pro experience. So having symmetrical clicks gives me more space for my ring and pinky, and therefore allowing me to have a more comfortable grip, especially for my grip style. The second thing that they changed is the sensor positioning. So as you can't see clearly in this video, but on Elo shapes you will see it also. Like the sensor position's a bit lower compared to the original G703. Having a lower sensor position means a mouse can feel a bit slower than what you're used to in game, which I definitely did notice. So it took me some time to get used to, and ultimately I had to adjust my sensitivity just a bit. I made it a bit higher just to make it feel normal as compared to what the other mice I used to use. Now, I never used the G703, so I can't really compare it to the Pulsar X3, but the Evolution Terra Pro exists, and that seems to be more in line with the G703. Even with even the sensor positioning is very similar to it. Just evaluating the X3 as is, I've noted that this mouse is better suited for like palm grip or even relaxed claw grip. Okay, for traditional claw, like what I'm used to, as you can see, like my index and my middle finger sits further back on the main clicks than what I would be more used to, which is more like this, nearer to where the actual where the actual main clicks are, where the switches are. So I would have to adjust my grip into a more relaxed version than what I'm used to. But I will say though, the side button positioning is perfect. Like I can easily actuate it with my thumb. Both the M4 and the M5 is easily accessible with my thumb. But yeah, so if you're someone who has similar hand size as mine and you prefer to aggro claw or just regular claw, this shape might not work for you. But if you're someone who palms or like relax claws, like this shape would definitely be worth to try. Okay. So next, let's talk about the Pulsar Fusion software. It's okay. Like it's not intrusive as the Razer Synapse, and you can easily adjust stuff like the bounce time. I wish there was a web-based version of it, and I think Pulsar is making one. But overall, the software is serviceable, and if ever Pulsar does disappear from the scene, you still have the actual software installed in your PC, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. Next is the price and value for money. So this costs $100 without the 8K dongle, and the 8K dongle is a $20 purchase if I'm not mistaken. So the mouse isn't cheap at all, and you only get in terms of accessories are a braided USB cable, the 1K dongle, and some stickers. Not even grip tape included or extra PTFE skates. So conclusion time. So is the Pulsar X3 worth it? Well, that depends. If you're looking for a G703 inspired shape that's really close to the original, then this isn't the mouse for you, okay? I don't like recommending products I haven't tried, but the Evolution Terra Pro is probably the closest to the G703, and it's $10 cheaper and 5 times lighter compared to the X3. I don't know if the QC is good or even the customer service is as amazing as as Pulsar, but shape is king, and if you're someone who loves the G703 shape, then you should go for that mouse, okay? Now, if like you wanted a different kind of ergo experience, like something that's very unique, then I would suggest the X3 because the symmetrical click height for both left and right click, it's unique enough that I enjoyed my time using it. Like, because having that space for your ring and pinky finger really elevated the ergo experience in my case. Like, I still remember using the Dave 3 Pro, as I mentioned before, and that mouse, like on the left side, it felt really cramped for my ring and pinky because usually ergos are really made for palm grip, but because of the design of the X3, it feels like you can even do relaxed claw with this type of grip. Ultimately, we can all agree that Logitech is acting stupid for not refreshing their G703 line with updated internals. Like, it's free money. A lot of people want the G703 and they're letting other people basically copy their shape, so they're missing out. So yeah. If you guys like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!